All right, acoustic guitar project. So, my name is Jaimee Harris. I live in Austin, Texas, and I have some neighbors that, I mean, you can't see where I'm pointing, but just over there are some dogs that are probably going to bark through the duration of this video. But anyways, so, yeah, my friend David Hamburger called me up and said, hey, there's this really cool thing that we're doing. It's called The-Acoustic-Guitar-Project. Would you like to be involved? And David is awesome, and so I said yes, and it's cool. I've had the guitar since Monday. I'm actually the last person in Austin to have it for the week, so in like 20 minutes I'm gonna head up to Strange Brew for the show where all of us will be playing the guitar at the gig at Strange Brew, and it's cool. My buddy Clue James, I think that's the signature over there. He did it a couple years ago, and it was really fun because I ran into him on a Thursday night, went and saw him play at the Continental Club here in town, and we started talking about it, and he was like, isn't it cool this how this guitar like brings something different out of you? And I said, yeah, and that's especially true for me because I basically have one guitar. I do have an electric guitar, and I've got another guitar I keep in like C tuning, but I never really I don't know, I don't put it in a lot of time on those guitars, but I do have a Gibson J45. Her name is Gilly, and she's the guitar I play with, you know, my live shows, and she's kind of like my trigger in a way, kind of like my, is pretty, hey kitten, sorry, that's kitten. Maybe she'll be brave later. So I do a lot of the writing that I do on my Gibson J45, so it's cool, you know, to be inspired by something else. I don't really, I don't play piano, I don't really play any other instruments, so, or not well enough to like write on them to be, you know, so this was really fun to have this like different tool for a week. So I had this idea on Monday. It's weird, I've actually been writing a lot this year. I've been really inspired by a particular place in town, and I usually go there Monday nights. But I started, Dave Scher dropped the guitar off at my place on Monday, and I kind of sat down with it and played it, and something about it just felt darker but more gentle to me than my other guitar, and so I kind of felt like doing something a little bit more delicate with it, and I knew we were supposed to talk about the song itself. I'm a little you know, it's always a blessing when a song comes, and especially if it comes out of, you know, something personal, so that you can deal with it. I'm not sure how much I like can share about the inspiration behind this song, which is almost why I think I was like kind of afraid to finish it, because it kind of came quickly, and then on the last day that I could really work on it, which was Friday, I had like a limited amount of time, or I didn't really have a limited amount of time, I just knew I had to finish it, and I had a gig, so I had to like be out of the house, you know, I had to be somewhere at 5, and I sat down and I just needed a bridge, and it like wouldn't come, and so I was thinking about like, to me, this song can go either way. Like, I wish that I should have printed some stuff out for you guys to see, but if you're looking at the lyrics, you can change the meaning of the song based on punctuation, in my mind at least through the first, you know, at least till after the chorus. And maybe further, I haven't really thought about it more than that, but, and I think it's because it's like a situation that I'm not sure how I feel about personally yet, like as a human being. And so one thing that I like to do is like, you know, I can be like obsessive in my brain. So I'll like think about all of the possible outcomes, all the options, you know, you know, if you ever read those choose your own adventure books, but when you start out and it's like, you know, if you make this choice, you know, something else, you know, will happen, and then the book could be over, you could go on, you know, longer. And I would always go back and just check every option, like totally cheating. And I think this song was a way to do that, to kind of, to maybe say something that I would never say to an actual human being, or like would not be brave enough to do it, you know, or just kind of the thing, you know, I talk about this a lot if you come to my shows too, is like that exercise, you know, where you write a letter to somebody but you never send it. Well, I guess it's kind of like, it's almost like that, except for that I guess the whole world gets to hear it, so it's a little bit different, but, you know, in a way it's kind of like a cheat for the person behind the song. So I can't tell if the song is brave or cowardly now, but yeah, so I definitely this week was insane. I had 4 gigs this week. I also work a part-time job. I was afraid that this song wouldn't come out of me. And so it was really a blessing to not, first of all, a blessing to have like a different tool, you know, different sound to work with, but also just to write with those limitations. Like, okay, so I only have like this much time to devote to it. I think I really got to it made me get to like what's bothering me, what's like boiling up inside of me that I need to work on. So yeah, this was like an emotional week for us. Like, kind of this thing, like it was like I needed it. I didn't even know, you know, I needed it so much. So I'm totally stoked that David Hamburger asked me to do this. And another thing about this particular song, I had this idea in the second, you know, in the second or fourth, I guess, verse that talks about the paper halls and this like cheap motel kind of thing. And I ran into Jenny Reynolds, who is another person who's participated, a musician that's participated in the project in Austin. And I ran into her at Don's Depot, and I just kind of written this line, and I was like imagining this like wallpaper, and she pointed out where we were, which is Don's Depot, where I've been hanging out every Monday, that there was this wallpaper. I was like, wow, I must have just seen it so many weeks and like, you know, thought about, had this like, you know, whole story going on in my head, because sometimes I'll sit in that corner and write. So I don't know. I got a song. I had a great time hanging out with this guitar. It's really fun. I wish I could keep it, but I can't. I gotta go give it back and play a gig with all the other folks. So thanks.